Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. You can open the minstrels and I'm fine. No, I want a minstrel before we start.
Today is a good day. Today I feel like I'm on top of the world. I have a new dress. It was £500. You like it? Yeah, that's not a dress for fucking amateurs, right? Bought a lot of stuff. Have one of my dad's credit cards for emergencies. Hello, this was an emergency. I love Danish design. It's so chic. Arne Jacobsen, amazing. Bought the egg chair. Leather version, of course. Fabric is for amateurs. My parents went nuts when they found out I'd spent shitloads of their money. Fucking hell! Why don't they see that I can't live like a fucking amateur? Well, whatever. I'm not gonna stay here much longer, because I'm going to open a cafe in Paris. It's going to be the coolest and craziest thing in town. Whoa. What if it has one of those cute, really old merry-go-rounds in the middle? Or I could have real horses. People could hang out with horses while having their drink. It'll be called Heath Ledger. And I'll have exclusively gay bartenders. Gays are so fucking in nowadays. Everything will be made of leather, even the floors. And I hear my parents. Who is going to pay for all this? Your sisters managed to pay for their own lives. What did we do wrong with you? Jesus, I'm having a brilliant idea here. Sometimes you have to take some risk. They wanted me to have a plan. You can't just party your life away. Do something of substance. Their words, exactly and precisely their own fucking words. And now that I have a plan, that's wrong as well. But I don't care what people say anymore, because I know what I'm going to do with my life, and some fucking amateurs won't stop me. My older sister always told me that she believes in me, that I could do whatever I wanted to do, but that I had to start making decisions. Because that's what you do, apparently, as a grown-up. Make decisions. Why did she feel the fucking need to tell me that? Did she really think that she's in a position to tell me what to do? Let me tell you something. Right here, right now. I don't need your sympathy. Never needed it. Never will need it. God! I've let all these amateurs around me stop me from being successful. I haven't even thought in the scope that I should have, because I downgraded my thinking to the level of the fucking amateurs around me. I was sucked into their tiny world of insignificance. I think I'll start a career as a model. Or an actress. My little sister is doing modeling jobs. She isn't prettier than me. People tell me that I'm very pretty. My face is very special and beautiful. At least that's what people say. I'm not arrogant or anything, but I see the way strangers look at me. I will be the new face for a big campaign. And from there I can easily go into the movie business. I think I want to be in a movie with Michael Fassbender. Or Ryan Gosling. They are fucking cute. I will totally fuck them. They can't be my boyfriends though, because that would mean I'd have to choose. Decisions? Again? No, thank you. I will write to Quentin right now. I need red paper. It needs to be red I could fuck. Just can't tell my boyfriend about it because, Jesus, he already says he doesn't understand me anymore. Of course you don't, honey. We're not on the same level. Get that into your cutie cute small amateur's brain. He seriously told me, if you keep going on like this, I'll be gone. Doesn't he understand that someone like me can't be with just one person? I am more than that. I'm too big for an amateur side. Don't people fucking get that? What's funny to me is how people think of themselves as being super international and sophisticated. You are all fucking amateurs. Whoa, you've done your masters in France and Switzerland? You worked in Dubai. Good for you. I will work all over the fucking world. And more than that, I'm going to fuck all over the fucking world. Like it or not, that's just how it's going to be because I am a true international. I will be the next CEO of Morgan Stanley. Morgan what? Freeman? You don't know what Morgan Stanley is, do you? Yeah, fucking amateur. I'll be traveling the world. Men will look up to me. And at the same time, they'll want me so badly. And women will be fucking jealous because they'll know they'll never live a life like mine. They'll be stuck in their amateurism forever. My parents and my sisters and even my boyfriend can come visit me in one of my houses a few times a year. And then they'll look at me with awe and respect. And what happens to someone like me? Someone who has the talent to fucking do something with her life? The amateurs tell her when she's fucking 12 years old that she'll never succeed. And later, they lock her up. They give her drugs so she becomes an amateur as well. They're trying to make people like me as hypothetical and insignificant as they are. You have all the options in the world. I will never find the right one. Don't think like an amateur. Don't let your parents get into your head. Jill, you will never succeed. No. I'll just sit still and do nothing. Then I can't do anything wrong. People kill themselves in spring. Strange? Not at all. Life is starting. Nature blossoms. Not me. I want to shrink like a little flower under poison. Shrink till I'm not there anymore. I only cause people pain. I ruin their lives. I have a tendency of ruining things. Mom, Dad, that's what you get for telling your 12-year-old daughter that she'll never succeed.
Thank you for joining me tonight, gentlemen. I'm afraid you won't find me a very gracious hostess. And the party is a bit dead. I was never the funny one in the family. That title belonged to my dad. He was always cracking jokes, even at the worst possible times. There was this one time when my mom was pregnant with me and he found out she was afraid of snakes, and he told her this joke. He said, "How do you make the wife of a general scream?" And he pulled a snake from behind his back. She screamed and ran away, of course. He made it up to her by telling her another joke. He said, "How do you feed the wife of a general?" "With his sword." They say my mother laughed so hard that she didn't even realize her water had broken. And 5 hours later, out I came. I can't tell if this makes my lack of humor an expected result or an ironic fault. I wish I was funny. I wish I could laugh at the worst of times like Daddy could. Maybe I could have made them laugh so hard that they would have let me go. Maybe I could have made them laugh themselves to death. Dad could have done it. He would have had them dying. All it would have taken was him seeing them naked, and he would have been on a roll. I can hear it now. He'd probably say something like, "What, Demetrius? Dost thou mean to rape me or pick my teeth? What damage to my chastity canst thou hope to make with a splinter, Kieran? Between the both of you, I'll have had more lusty pricks from my sewing needle." If anyone could laugh in the face of rape, it'd be my dad. My dad, who laughed me into the world. My dad, who laughed my rapists out of it. I wish he would have laughed. I wish he would have told me a joke like when I was a little girl. Whenever I would bump my head or prick my finger, Daddy would sit me on his lap and tell me a joke. Where do I keep my armies? In my sleeveys? Who's my favorite girl? Mama, I'd cry. No, sweetheart, Mama's my favorite woman. You're my favorite girl, and ever shall you be until you learn to sheath a sword. He'd roar laughing then. Me too. I didn't get it, but it must have been funny because Daddy only laughs at other things. I didn't get it until that day. Until the stones were scraping my back. And my screams were echoing off the cliffs. And the blood was pouring down my legs, and from my wrists, and out of my mouth. They still wanted me after that. I was choking on my own blood, weeping, and I'd reproduce the contents of my stomach twice, and they still went after me. They simply turned my face to the dirt. One held me down, my face in the dirt, while his brother did the deed. And then they'd switch, because God forbid one do more than the other. More than the other. As if I was a piece of candy or a toy. I wanted Dad to make me laugh, to tell me a joke, any joke, to pratfall, to make some clever repartee about soldiers named who and what and I don't know, and try to explain to me where they are in his battle formation, just anything to take my mind off of my raped, mute, handless, husbandless self. Until you learn to sheath a sword. I wish I still didn't get that joke. It was too soon. It was all too soon. I was supposed to ask Basanius what it meant. He would have told me, or shown me. He certainly would have stopped when I asked, screamed, kicked, vomited. I would have at least been able to talk about it after. And if he didn't please me, well, I would have had at least 10 ways to get the job done. I used to dream about my wedding night. I imagined it would be tender, with candles burning, and Bassanio would carry me to the bed and lay me down and begin to kiss me all over. I imagined he'd care about me. If I was enjoying it, you know? He'd want me to scream and moan, but with pleasure. They say the pleasure is so intense that your eyes roll to the back of your head and your body convulses and you feel like you're dying. To die of pleasure. That would have been amazing. You stole that from me! And you, God forbid, you get more than the other. I was supposed to feel like I was dying, not wish I would. I was supposed to like it. I was supposed to want it. I was supposed to feel like a woman, not a piece of trash. You turned me into a piece of trash. Both of you. Equally. What do you call a piece of trash with no hands and no tongue? You call her by her name. She's been through enough as it is.
Yeah. You like what you see. It was a pisser without pissing. That's what I say. Anyway, who the fuck are all of you? And what do you think you're doing here? Didn't you see? I claim this street. It's mine. And anyone on my street has to face me in combat with swords. Oh yeah. Now, I warn you, I am an expert with swords, and I will not dare deal with any of you trespassers. Come on. Who's first? better than me? Think you can taste steel? Or are you ready to cry right in front of me? To taste the cold bile of fear in the back of your throat as I quench the life from you? Or you? Apologies, my dear mistress. I was unaware I was in such gentle company. There. I've put it away now. You're safe. I would never harm a lady, especially with one with such a radiant smile as you. No, my lady, don't be ashamed. It becomes you. Anyway, it's not like anyone else can see you. It's so dark right now that no one could see anything that you did. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. Right now. All you have to do is leave them behind. And who are they? Your family? Your friends? Who cares? They'll only hold you back. You deserve a big life. All they'll do is keep it small. Fuck that! Small lives are for small people. They're for people who never had the balls to do what they wanted. They're for bankers and teachers and carpenters and priests. Oh my God. Fucking priests. They're the worst fucking ones, because not only do they live small, they are so fucking smug about it. I think the worst I ever met was this old bald monk. And he actually had the balls to try to make me join his church. Fucking prick, right? I told him so. I told him, you old prick. Just save me. Isn't that what you're here to do? Save me? But no, confession's not good enough for him. No. The humble life is the true life, my child. Follow the straight path. Yeah, here's your straight path. That's what people like him will never understand, that you can't live life in a straight line because it curves too much. Everything in this life that is great is full of curves. Like, look at this. See this? Does it look like a fucking straight line to you? No, look at it. Look at the mouth. Look at the way the body comes out of the neck. Think about what it does to you. It curves. And that's not all. What about women? Women are made of fucking curves, and it's amazing! And what's even better than that is that they know it. So everything they wear is based on it, to accent them, to outline them, to pull them up, and to draw you in. How can you resist knowing that? How can you not look for the curve in everything? In a sack of coins, smoke from a pipe, flourish of a sword. Get that. No other weapon in the world is like this. It can't. Nothing else can swing or twirl or twist like it can. A far better sort of cross, don't you think? Bigger, for one. I can see that old bastard now. Hey, remember me? Why don't you tell me again, huh? Tell me I'm not worth it. Tell me that God's not looking out for me, because I don't think He's looking out for you right now. Come on! You coward! You're so fucking small! Be a man for once in your fucking life! Come on, look at me! Look what I got! I'm a man! Come on, this is what they do! Come on! Look at me! I don't need your forgiveness! Real men don't want it! So why don't you just keep it? Fucking prick! Are you happy there? In your small little church, living your small little life? I hope so, because you're stuck there! And I'm free. We're free, right? We can do whatever we want. Come on. Come with me. You can still go. Please. It'll be fun. We can run and we can drink. And we can fuck. And we can damn everyone who thought we weren't good enough to forgive. But even if I was, how would I know? Anyway.
It was so warm outside. You know that feeling before you get a sunburn? When your body is soaking in the rays because it needs the nourishment? I was walking in the grass because I had forgotten what it felt like between my toes. There is always more sun to soak in, and more music to hear, and more kisses to give, and I heard my husband's voice calling my name, but I don't remember turning around. Where am I? Do you know where I am? Haven't I seen some of you before? Do you know my husband? What is this place? There's nothing here. Am I inside or outside? I'd like to go back now. I want to wake up. This is a horrible dream. Hello? Can anybody hear me? I didn't think this is what the afterlife would be like. I thought there would be a river and a three-headed dog. Where is the water? Water would be so soothing. I'm so thirsty. When I was 10 years old, I fell off the monkey bars and hit my head. I remember falling for what felt like days. I had only passed out for 5 minutes, but it felt like 5 months.
My whole 10 years flashed before my eyes as I fell. But I felt calm in the darkness. The next thing I remember, I was lying in the nurse's office. The smell of the nurse's flowery perfume choking at my throat as my head pounded. This is different, though. It feels so far away. It feels like the end.
Eurydice! Eurydice! Come back to me! Where did you go? Come back! Eurydice!
Did you hear that? What were they saying? I like the sound of it. Your id. See. That's a beautiful word. I wonder what it means. I feel invincible. I'm so thirsty. I just need one glass of water. I'll just drink my tears. Shouldn't I be heartbroken? I should be crying my eyes out with snot running down my face and those loud, ugly sobs that come straight from the gut. Kind of crying when all is lost. But nothing. Dear Eurydice, that must be me. Nothing is the same since you left. I can still feel the taste of you on my lips, but there is only emptiness when I reach out for you. My heart aches when I picture your face. All I do is weep. The world looks different without you. I miss you more than words can express. Wait for me, Eurydice. I'm coming to find you. Orpheus. I have to reply. Can I send a letter? Is there any paper? I need something to write with. No paper? Orpheus? Can you hear me? Dear Orpheus, I can't remember how this happened. I feel hollow. Can you feel me responding? I miss you. I love you. More than this, more than anything. What do I do now that you're gone? No. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'll try to get back. Wait for me. Eurydice. Oh, this is all starting to be too much. Ah! What happened? Oh, I'm in so much pain. How long was I out for? What happened? Something's bit me. I can feel everything. But isn't this what I wanted? The world looks different now. I don't think I can manage it. Orpheus! I thought you'd be here waiting for me. Where are you? It's easier to feel nothing. The pain is too much to bear.
Now, I normally do not cook. However, this is a special occasion. My mother taught me the key to a person's heart is pie. Now, these pies aren't your average, everyday pies. This is a Sharon pie. And this is a Demetre pie. Quite exotic, I know. Do you know what the main ingredient is? The main ingredient is the Empress's children. And love. The latter I do not bear for these tasteless men. Chiron and Demetrius murdered my son-in-law Bassianus and framed my 2 sons for their treachery. They then proceeded to take turns, forcing themselves onto my daughter, robbing her of her chastity. They ravished her honor. They that had wounded her had hurt me more than had they striked me dead. Yet, Chiron and Demetrius did not act alone. They were just the mere limbs that I hacked off. Tamara is the brain behind this conspiracy. I have zero tolerance for betrayal, which she will soon indelibly learn. She has made the unfortunate mistake of mistaking my madness for weakness. Oh, no, don't be deceived. I'm neither mad nor weak. I willingly chose to play the fool, to divert my enemy's attention from my true intentions. Tamara believes my lunacy, so doesn't see me as a threat. My self-destructiveness is all public spectacle. It's a ploy to get Tamara where I need her. She thinks she's handling the strings, but she doesn't realize I topped her plan. I've discarded her sons already. Now I have her helplessly in the palm of my hand. She'll be arriving soon. Do I kill her? Or do I allow her to live, disgraced, and knowing I fed her remaining sons to her? Months of planning. I cannot afford to make a false move. I will not be cozened again when I'm within hand's reach of the prize. Jupiter, Martem, Justitia, exordia regnem meum omnipotenti Dio. Every time I pled to you for justice, you've responded with silence. I seek your counsel. Help guide me to the right course of action. Do I kill the mighty god Tamara, or do I show the last shred of mercy I have and let her live? Of course. Silence. I have lost faith in my gods. Why pray to deities, higher beings, when they respond with silence? You can only pray to yourself. You are your own god. Retribution is not a godly trait. It's a matter of human, not divine will. This is a world where man makes his own laws. If you want something done, then you gotta take it into your own hand. Tamara will remember this day. She'll remember the moment she vowed to decimate my family and failed.
is clear that I must find my other half. But is it a he or a she? What does this person look like? Are they identical to me? Or somehow complementary? My other half, do they have what I don't? Did he or she get the looks, the luck, the love? Do we really have to be separate? What about sex? Is that how we put ourselves back together? Or can two people actually become one? People are always staring at me. I think they want to know if I'm a man or a woman. I'm used to this. I'm used to being looked at like an object. Because I'm both a man and a woman. My name was absolutely a man's name like Stan or John, so I changed my name to Alex. The name is more unisex. I like when people call me Alex. Have you ever dreamed about running away from something? I have a recurring dream where I'm trying to escape from inside this endless tunnel. I run and run and run, and there's no exit. Suddenly, I realized I'm trying to escape from me. I was a monster in my own dream. When I wake up, I always go looking for the mirror to see my bloody face. Only what I do see is my fucking scared face. I have no idea when this fucking dream began. All my lovers, men and women, they are all changed to monsters. Maybe I turn them into monsters. Have you heard about the monster without a name? This monster wanted to find his name. So he went out into the world. So he divided himself into two parts. One half went east. The other half went west. The one who went east found a village. So he wanted to get the people's names that he met. So he went inside people's bodies. Soon he felt hungry. So he ate them from the inside out. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Then he went to a castle where he met a secret prince. He promised the prince he would restore the prince's head. So he went inside the prince's body. Soon he felt hungry again, but he restrained his hunger. However, he couldn't help himself. So he ate the king and all of his men. Finally, he met another half monster who had gone west. He told the prince, "We don't need a name anymore because we are happy without a name." Then the prince ate the other half of the monster. Yes, finally, he had a name, but there was no one left to call his name. It was a nice name, though. I decided to escape the monster, which was me. No, I wanted to find the real me. I wanted the world to see me as I saw myself. But my surgery failed. When I woke up from the sex change operation, I was bleeding down there. I was bleeding down the gash between my legs. And 2 days later, the hole closed up. The wound healed and I was left 1-inch mound of flesh. Where my penis used to be, where my vagina never was. A 1-inch mound of flesh with a scar running down. It's like sideways grimace on an eyeless face. Yes, I met a man who was fucking hot. He showed up several times during my show. I had a chance to talk with him. We hung out a lot of times. He told me sweet words I've never heard before. I wanted him desperately. When I was spending time with him, that was heaven. I taught him to play the guitar. I thought he knew about me. Yes, you can play a song with only 3 chords. See? We kissed. We kissed melodically. And we kissed intensely, and his hands were caressing my body. And his hand was inside of my skirt. And all of a sudden, he got shocked. He said, "What was that?" I said, "It's what I have to work with." What? What? Such a fucking sissy! You're such a sissy! What are you afraid of, huh? What are you afraid of? Not the front of me, honey. Not that just... Do you remember that story of the monster? You know what? I thought I was a monster, but the world was a real monster. I kept escaping from the world. It took a long time to realize something about my life. I see the world as I am. I want you to do me a favor. Can you call me my name?
I am not a fucking monster! I am a man, you stupid cunt. I wrestle crocodiles for a living, bruv. Yeah, ugly bastards, aren't they? Why? 'Cause I love the way I feel when I wrestle them. Staring death in his speedy lizard eyes, taunting the inevitable. When I'm wrestling a crocodile, I am a god. I am untouchable. I grab death by the balls and I challenge him. It's not a hard thing to do. Once you get the croc by the tail, it's as easy as a horny teenager. You pull it back towards you and drop down, you got to squeeze tight with your thighs, because that croc is going to take you back to the water with it. And if she gets back there, you're fucked. So you better squeeze. Now, a crocodile can close its mouth with over 2,000 pounds of force, but can't open with shit. So when that croc bites down, quick get your hands around its jaws and you've got them. There, you little bitch. You've won. Unless there's a couple of retards who don't get it through their heads that there is a man wrestling a killer and they are antagonizing him. But they don't give 2 shits when he gets his bloody fucking arm torn off. This cheeky bastard stood at the fence shaking it, still in his school blazer, screaming at me. Break his neck! Kill him! No little children love me. I already know that. I'm not going to kill an animal for a kid's laugh. Bad form, mate. But then, this fat fucking heifer, fried chicken grease shining on the fat underneath her chin, walks up and says, "Come on, Peter, it's all fake. If he were a man, he'd be dead already. I am not a fucking monster." I moved towards the bitch, but I forgot that I had a vicious crocodile tucked underneath my chin. Whoops. Before I knew it had happened, I could hear the sound of my bones snapping and the skin and tendons ripping apart. I barely feel the weight of the croc pulling against me before there's a release, and a sick, numb feeling fills my entire body. In that instant that I moved towards them, my arm was gone, and I want it back. Why'd they have to be there? It's not fair. It's not fair. Have I not had enough loss in my life? You took my mum. Why'd you have to take my hand? I didn't do anything. Now that's bad form. Just give me a little bit more time. Just a bit more time with my hand. Just a bit. Just a bit fucking more. Give me time to be a father. Please. Just give me that. I want to hold my baby in my own 2 hands. There will be a little child that loves me. A baby girl. A little Wendy just like my mum. My little Wendy bird. Just let me have that. Please? Please, I want that time. You didn't give me more time with my mum, so give me some more time with my hand. I deserve this. Just take me back. Just take me back to when I was a man. Now I'm maimed. Deformed. I'm a monster. I'm a fucking monster. I'm a fucking monster. I want my mommy. Yes, Mom. I'll go back to my room and close the door and get underneath the covers, but I can still hear the sound of my watch reminding me of my life slipping away. My mother's life slipping away. Tick, tick, tick. I got up and I took that watch and I smashed it on the dresser. I smashed with all my might. I smashed to save my life. I smashed to save my mum's life. In that moment, I controlled time. I am the one in charge. I am the captain of this fucking adventure. The hands of the watch lay on the floor. Kind of like how mine did today. I'm sorry, Mum. I'm sorry I can't be your little man anymore. I really want to be your little man, but I can't. I don't have an arm. I'm so sorry, Mum. I tried to get more time, but they wouldn't give it to me. I promise I tried. But the truth is that I got my arm ripped off by one of my great loves. I love crocodiles. I just love them. I love and love and love them, and even that one, I could have loved her. I love everything that they possess. I love their viciousness. I love the capacity to eat your own child to protect your future self. I love their scars, proof that they are not to be trifled with. I love how they fuck, forcing the other underneath the water to show who's in charge. I love them surviving. I love when they peek their beautiful gold-flecked eyes above the water, watching their prey unseen, waiting to steal their life. I love them eating, tearing into flesh, blood dripping into the water, carnage floating placidly. I love that they're monsters. I am a monster. I am a villain. Fuck proper form. I will cut off his hand and feed it to his mother. I will shove her feet first into the open jaws of a croc while she watches. He will have no mother, and then I will guarantee that that boy will never grow up.
Lovely. Can we have everyone back on, please? Everyone from today back on, and we'll just set the curtain call, which is very simple. So basically, you're going to do the curtain call too. Never mind. Never Smile at Crocodile, because it's so good. I can't think of anything better. Right. This is the way we're going to do it. Yesterday, Right. We need 2 lines of people. Right. I suggest you start at the back, because I'm going to bring the back people on first. Okay, so we need 2 lines. We've got 16 people, something like that. So let's have 8 at the back, 8 at the front, or 8 at the back, 9 at the front. We've got 17. So just set someone tallish in the middle that you can take off.
Yeah, why not just do it where everybody in the first half is in front and then everybody in the second half is in the back? Yes.
Whatever you like. I don't know. Right. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to bring you on. You're going to all take it off, Judy. Yeah.
I'm taller because I wear heels.
Lovely. Okay. Good. What's going to happen this time is if you look at who's beside you, so you're going to come. This is the right. You're going to lead up from that side. You're going to lead up from that side. You're going to be there. Matt, you're going to come from that side. Actually, if you're going to be in the middle, can we? Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 1, yeah, right, okay. Right, so Matt, you lead on from that side. Yeah, Nick, you lead from that side. You just stand up in the middle. Right, so the first thing that happens is the first people to come on are the back row. And as soon as Con and Natsumi are on, unless you come on the other side, the front row has to finish second. So the back row is already formed while the front row is coming together. Yeah? So, because then, unlike yesterday, the back row is already there, watching Judith go now. And you go 1 bow, and then you turn to your left, fashion, right? So then you turn to your left, and you go that way, and you walk in between each other, and you come here, and then you take the bow off. Then 10, and bow, and then you split. One way, split that way, split what?
No.
Only the front row bows, right?
Yeah, you bow, and then they bow. That's 1 bow each, and then you split here, split there, and you go that way, you go that way, and you leave the same. Okay, it's quite simple, right? Okay, right? Can we try that from? Yeah. So basically, if you're queuing up in order, and you know who's next to you, right? You're queuing up in order. We want the back row to form first. The front row can be forming as soon as possible, but it's important the back row to form first. So if we go from as soon as it blacks out and the image goes, the Never Smile at Crocodile will continue playing, but as soon as that happens, it's your cue to come on. Okay, can we take it from his last cue? Are you ready?
You guys are going to have to come from off stage. Stage the other day. You're like, oh, we're just lined up. You can't.
It's not enough room, no?
No.
Well, then it's okay. Yeah, you No, no. They come from, so yesterday you should line up from the... Great, line up in the dressing room. Thank you. Thank you. Right. How are we doing up there?
Ready?
We all ready? Vincent, Judy, you ready? Okay, good. Right, I guess a reference. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. No,
No.
so, sorry, can we take it back a time because...
Never smile at a crocodile, nor
Backroad should be on.
get
Where's the rest of the
friendly with
backroad?
a
Okay,
crocodile. Don't
Sorry.
You.
Sorry. The
The blackout?
cue is the blackout.
All right.
Sorry. Terribly sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's my fault. The cue is as soon as it blacks out,
Alright.
the people should be coming on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's try it once
Here or
more.
through there?
I think we're going from here
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we do that, we do that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry up there. Are we okay?
Never smile at a crocodile, nor a cat get friendly with a crocodile. Don't be taken in by his welcome grin. He's imagining how well you fit within his skin. Never smile at a crocodile, never tip your hat. Walk away, say good night, not good day. Clear the aisle and never smile at
Lindy,
this
thank you very much. Everything all right up there?
Yeah. What about putting that up for?
Sorry?
I'll put that back up.
Yeah, go on. Why
Yeah!
not? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done. Are you going to give individual notes or do you want to give some general notes now?
Yeah, I've just got a few tiny notes.
Yes. Oh, so do you want to, we can do it individually in a moment or?
Oh, general is fine because
Yeah,
it's very
okay,
short.
and then whatever it is you, okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Your general notes are?
I'll be
Yeah.
really super quick because
That's
I
fine.
know there's a lot
No,
to
we're okay.
still do. They come
Oh yes, that was my mistake.
I'll have a seat for it. Please have a wee seat.
Yeah, we're going to, Judith, we're going to deal with any lighting anomalies and that sound anomalies in a minute. We just have general notes and then we'll look at those. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
So don't worry. These are just very small, very little specific things that people can just tweak before tonight, but mostly well done. I mean, I'm loving the work and I loved watching yesterday and just incredible creativity and imagination and hard work's gone into this and you're already connected to your material. So well done, first and foremost. I didn't get here till about 3:30, so Matt, you're the first one that I saw, so forgive me, those of you who were before Matt, because I didn't see your thing. But I think a general one for, probably for those people I haven't seen, because I've written it for every single other person who performed this afternoon, is take the whole space, talk to all of us. Some people I think are, you've got a specific person you're speaking to, and that's a little bit different, but if you're doing direct audience address, really remember the space above as well. Because those of you, like you were up, weren't you, Jojo, behind me, and can you see the difference? Because all we can see sometimes is people's eyelids. We never see the actual eyes, because if you're up there and somebody's just sending everything to the middle of the auditorium or the front, we never see the eyes, because they're always shielded by the eyelid, because we're not above them. So that's a really big note for everybody, because you may be busy again tonight. Really use the whole space, talk to all of us, because we want to see you. So Matt, I've given you it was just the line ending thing. Natsumi, it's Natsumi, isn't it? The wedding dress. Lovely, just, you know when you're rustling the polythene, when you're at that bit, you might need just a little bit more support and volume to rise up over that noise, because that masks the voice a little bit. So that's lovely. And just don't make that corset too tight. When you're putting it back on,
breathe out as you're putting it on, so you've got that room within it to breathe. So that's always a tip with corsets, but lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. And Judith, I just wrote about the space for you. That was my only note that I wrote, just the general, just giving Mitch. Sorry.
Was I a payment or was it
Both actually. I've written that. I drew that. So it's kind of like both. Yeah, really sort of, you know, take, because you're direct to dress, aren't you? So taking the sides and upward like this big diamond. Regina. Sorry.
Certainly co-ops.
Bassianus.
I didn't know that.
It's Bassianus, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you said something else at one point. Bassanius or something like that. Who's from the Merchant of Venice. I think it was just once. I think it was the first mention. It was just Bassianus. I always do that. I always get mixed up. Good stuff. Connor, great. You know, your voice has come on so much over the couple of terms. Again, yeah, I think you've got lots of opportunities to take that out and up into different, you know, bits of it. Exactly, because you've got lots about, you know, seeing the women, and you can maybe, how about you, or you, or you? So that, you know, there's really specific moments, I think, in your piece when you can really take it up. Because there was one bit when you were talking about the curves, we had the bottle and you were talking about women's curves, and you did, and it was just, thank you, I saw your eyes. So it really, really makes a difference. And when you're attacking that pole, maybe attack it a bit higher as well, and that will sort of help sort of take the attention off of it as well. So just a little finding moments in your text where you can do that for all of you, because that's the biggest gem. Oh yeah, Eurydice, we all know. There you are, hello. Yeah, great, because you've got a really lovely text, you know, it's very searchy, you know, so again, it's just, I think that will help, you know, because you can be looking, you know, around you, you just arrived in the afterlife, so I think you've got lovely opportunities to really, within the text, you know, connect it to the looking around and finding and seeing up into the space as well. So that will really add to that. Nick? Hi, Nick. Yeah, lovely, yeah, really gorgeous. I don't really think you're not strong on text, because you're clear. I know sometimes you've had that worry in the past, but put that out of your mind. But sometimes, because there's that lovely sort of, is that kind of a southern accent you're using with it, which I like a lot. But just be careful, it doesn't make you go, and just fall off some of the ends.
I was noticing that. Even when I first started, I'm like, ooh, I might on voice.
Yeah. Good to, well, good that you noticed it yourself. And it's just because some of those, especially those first images about the you know, something about and down here. So yeah, that's just, it's an accent that really kind of glides down. So make sure we don't lose some of those important bits if they're at the ends of the thoughts. Because I missed a little bit. The two Pi people did not act alone, is that it?
Oh yeah, Chiron and Demetrius did not act alone.
Yeah, just didn't really act alone. And the line before where you talk about playing the fool, I missed that. It's just that. So just keep sort of, you know, kind of keeping the attention flying through those last words, you know. And it's the same. No, actually, it's Matt got me. It sounds like you clocked it yourself. So that's good. Bench. Oh my God. You're a gorgeous woman. You look absolutely stunning. I didn't recognise you. And then I heard your voice. I was like, oh my God. I know, lovely, lovely resonance. Again, just, are you speaking specifically to someone then? So you can use the yes, it's the same note. So just speak to your friends up there as well. But that's great. And the ends of words are so much better. I've worked really hard on that. You know, the end consonants and completing words is so different from your native language. So well done. That's much better. That's fab. And Ben, other Ben. I'm so scared when you're all shaming. You know, like National Mindful Association, whatever. I think it's that image behind you is so powerful. So just really make sure when you begin, like really seize us, you know, really, you've got to really sort of command the space with that first line, with your body, with everything, because when we see that, we're just like, so be more interesting than a crocodile with a separate arm. That's your task for tonight. So just, you know, all the things that you know about taking space and owning the body and command us and draw us in, so really give a bit more weight in that. The very first couple of lines to really grab hold of us. But I think your breath's much better. You know, just that you drop really, really well. Much better than before, so that's excellent. Cool, that's all I've got. They're just really quick, dirty specifics that you can really tweak before tonight, but be very proud of your work, because you've done an amazing thing.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kathleen.
my general, before we go into little, I'm sure some specifics, my general notes are two. One is, it's the same note that Kathleen's giving about lifting up. It's deceptive, this theatre. And some people were, yes, they're not playing to the front row, they're playing to the middle, and no, you actually have to, it's about a third row down from the top. Anyone who's sitting at the back will know exactly what I mean. So if you just sort of stand up for a second and look, about 3 rows down from the top, 4 rows down from the top, that's where you are. That's where your focus is, rather than the middle of the theatre. That's your median point. And it just means that it's amazing what a difference it makes to the communication with the audience. It's amazing what difference it makes to everything lifts, voice lifts everything. This afternoon was very solid, it was really good, everything was dead on. Tonight, just be on the front foot. It was a little bit flat on this afternoon, which is completely understandable. It's the first time you've done it in this space. But I was just saying earlier, I always feel as an actor you have to be just that one step ahead of the audience. If they're with you, if you're sitting on it, then they're like, yeah, okay. You've just got to be that millisecond ahead. You know what I mean? So maybe your sort of median point is being just slightly ahead of them, just slightly front foot. That's not rushing. It's letting thoughts drop in quickly. It's like being right on the ball. It's like catching them. Always catch them. It's like with comedy, with laughs. That's something you catch a laugh. But it's the same if you're playing a straight scene. You've got to catch them and hold them, and you'll do it very well. Are there any? How many people have got particular notes of? Okay, right. Number one at the beginning, Jojo.
The lights can't come up before the crash happens.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That was
Yeah,
my fault.
it doesn't happen when the crash happens, it just can't before.
If Phil knows that already, I mean, any of these things, if you say them and Phil goes, yeah, that means it's just, no, you've got the right to say them. But you have every right to say it. But, or maybe not. No, you haven't. Who next? Okay, Alice, what?
When I say this song started to be too much, collapse, scream, and then the light should come up.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, good. Judith, you've already
Might
popped
have
up.
already told you, like the
Yeah,
light
I just-
change comes quicker.
Just reacted a little slowly.
No, all these are. I'm sure that all these have been noted, just in case.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Gina.
If the fade could happen earlier,
On what?
at the end.
At the end.
Yeah, after my last line, if it could go,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Anybody else? Any more for any more?
Does anybody have any notes for us?
You are brilliant!
We'll take it.
Wait, hold it. Question?
So the MA locals, if any of them come, they're coming at